Name inside Dustin, bring that Joseph Bell of the White, and bring that little kid that's corner's pin, and I'll see you soon. You're next!
Once best friends, Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington have reportedly prolonged their UFC 272 fight to the 6th round outside a Miami restaurant on Monday night. Following the grudge bout at UFC 272, it was evident that the two former friends still had venom for each other. Masvidal tracked down Covington outside Poppy's Steakhouse in Miami on Monday night, enjoying dinner with his friends, the Nelk Boys, who host a podcast channel, and attempted to fight him. Police then encircled Covington around half an hour after the alleged assault in camera footage acquired by TMZ. Masvidal allegedly attacked Covington outside the restaurant as he was leaving after dinner. According to TMZ, police took a statement at the scene. After their fight in the UFC 272 main event in early March, Masvidal and Covington's relationship strained. Despite winning their battle by unanimous decision, Covington continued to mock Masvidal on Twitter and Instagram in the days afterward. "He's over here swinging, attempting to come at me," Covington was saying in the footage, according to TMZ. "I ran out the back. How would he even know I'm here?" Covington asked social media sensation Bob Menery, who was with him at the eatery. "I'm not sure," Menery said. "You're everywhere on the internet." Menery had posted a video on his Instagram story earlier that night showing Covington and the gang at Poppy Steak. "At Poppy Steak is that spot," Menery captioned, referring to Covington as the king of motherfucking Miami. In a post on his Instagram account, Menery also wrote, "Tonight was bullshit." Following the claimed altercation, Masvidal posted a video to Twitter dubbed the Reveal Your Face Challenge. "If you spout that shit, you gotta follow it up," Masvidal said in the post, tagging Covington. During their UFC 272 post-fight media session, Masvidal revealed that he intended to settle his fury with Covington on the streets after Covington mentioned his kids in the build-up to their fight. "If I see Covington out on the streets, I'm gonna give the guy all I have by smashing his fucking jaw," Masvidal said. "Even though I lost a wrestling match tonight, I still believe he's a fucking pussy." Masvidal seems to react to the confrontation after it occurred in a video he posted late Monday night. "Call this the Show Your Face Challenge," Masvidal joked. "What's up? I'm from Dade Country, Florida. You must be able to support your claims because that's how my city operates." He responded with a tweet early Tuesday morning about what he allegedly said to Covington during the altercation. "Good morning to everyone," he said, "except those who believe it's cool to talk shit about other people's kids." After the incident, what seemed to be a happy Masvidal, proud of his attack on Covington, tweeted, "I'm hearing that someone who claims to be the ruler of Miami is missing a tooth. Could someone please confirm this? I required the video immediately." Before UFC 272, Masvidal recounted a tale where he invited Covington to a famous sushi restaurant to resolve their problems. The once pals instead chose to settle their differences over a juicy steak. According to all indications, you can safely say that they decided to address their beef. Covington revealed to the authorities that he had been assaulted by Jorge Masvidal when they got on the scene. According to Covington, Masvidal stepped up to me from his left, unexpectedly smacking me 2 times and later hitting my face using his fists after leaving the steak restaurant. Covington was also smacked in the jaw and left eye, according to the police report. "You shouldn't be bringing my kids into our beef," Covington believes he overheard Masvidal shouting. 3 of 4 additional unknown men also confronted me in a hostile manner, according to Covington, so he shoved them away and rushed back into the diner to contact the cops. As per the police complaint, Covington had his left front teeth fractured and an abrasion on his left wrist during the alleged assault. Masvidal was donning a blue surgical face mask with his hood over his head. Covington managed to recognize him based on the tone of his voice and the hair sticking out of his hoodie. While gathering surveillance footage of the incident, police used body cameras to question Covington and other witnesses. It is not surprising that Jorge Masvidal's assault on Colby continues to make headlines and cause mixed reactions in the MMA community. The MMA community was outraged by this assault, and UFC fighters have responded to Masvidal's conduct against Colby Covington. Fighters flocked to Twitter to express their displeasure with Masvidal's treatment of a fellow welterweight. Nate Diaz, Sean Strickland, Ben Askren, Jake Paul, and Kamaru Usman were notable participants. "How you gonna expose yourself?" by Nathan Diaz on March 22nd. Jorge also mentioned my family, making him a hypocrite on top of everything else. "Take it easy, Buttercup. After the whipping, it happens sometimes. Imagine having 25 minutes to hit someone as many times as you want legally, but you can't do it, so you sneak into the steakhouse." Ben Askren, March 22nd. At Colby Covington MMA. "Do the right thing, little bitch, and dismiss the charges. Be a fucking man." Sean Strickland, March 22nd. That's not how we act in this house. March 22nd, Kamaru Usman. Jake Paul, a YouTube sensation, was also not short of comments. Today's 2 facts. Number 1. Masvidal is a scumbag who ambushed Colby. You couldn't damage him in the cage, so why not try to catch him off guard? And 2. Since 2005, the UFC has claimed to increase fighter pay by 600%. According to Huddle Up, the UFC's profit has grown by 1,700% since 2005, with revenues rising by 6,200%. March 22nd, Jake Paul. Joe Rogan has also spoken on the subject. Both Josh Barnett and Joe Rogan discussed several related issues that shared a similar thread. It was about the dynamics and consequences of violence. Sucker punching him wasn't good, Barnett said of the Covington Masvidal incident. I told you it was on. He should have said, if I see you and you come outside with me. If he really does that, Colby's gonna take him down, Rogan said shortly after. That's what transpired in the fight, Joe Rogan continued. If you ever want to confront someone, fight in the ring, and if you lose, I believe you have to accept what happened at some point. Rogan argues that Masvidal would have been better to accept what happened when he lost the UFC 272 battle. Both Barnett and Rogan thought it was ridiculous to sucker punch someone after losing in the ring for 25 minutes. However, not everyone condemns Masvidal for his actions. Surprisingly, he's getting sympathy from the Ultimate Fighting Championship's boss, Dana White. Dana White does not allow violence between competitors outside of competition. White did warn that using vulgar language in excess can have negative implications. When speaking about the incident on Pat McAfee's show, White seemed to sympathize with Jorge Masvidal more than Colby Covington. First and foremost, White remarked, "I never condone violence in individuals. My boys assaulting each other on the streets and shit like that." However, when you can't cope with a character like Jorge Masvidal and then start talking about his family in a nasty manner, hear me out. Say whatever you want about me. You can despise me, think I'm ugly, whatever. Nevertheless, it's a different ballgame for people's families. According to TMZ Sports, a judge has restricted Jorge Masvidal to staying away from Colby Covington. The order is from the latest hearing in Miami-Dade County on Thursday morning. Covington participated in the court session via Zoom. The judge issued a 25 feet restriction on Colby, which Masvidal should avoid. The directive faced no opposition from Masvidal and his lawyers, who have stated that they understand that Colby is scared of Masvidal. Masvidal faces criminal battery charges, according to reports. When it resorted to pressing charges though, another of Masvidal's friends had a different idea. Tyron Woodley recently commented on the Masvidal-Colby situation on Instagram. "If Colby Covington's trying to bring charges against my dog, he's a jerk. Fighting's fighting. You just had a cage fight with him. If you haven't figured it out by then, the battle might have to happen afresh. This time, it'll be for free. Colby Covington is a hoe if he's attempting to pursue charges on my dog," Tyron Woodley said on his Instagram Live. "Fighting is fighting. You just had a cage fight with him." Not that Woodley is why Covington might not even pursue this legally, but filing complaints after being hit by a competitor he previously dominated appears to some in the UFC to be a sign of weakness. It is something that Chaos Covington does not want to happen. It's no secret that there's a backstory to all of the animosity between these two old friends, but the details differ depending on who you ask. At first, it may seem that this beef is one of the many staged controversies to attract and make headlines, but this is very real following the brawl. It appears to be the beginning if nothing happens to resolve the beef. We can only hope for the best and stay tuned to what may occur next between the two.